Well, News for Jackson, She is Fierce are transforming women's lives right here in North Florida. We're featuring local women who are making a difference and have stories to inspire you to think bigger. Kelly Young's the founder of She is Fierce and is here with us today along with She is Fierce mentor, Dr. Renee Wyden. Kelly, this is so exciting. I love the name. I love everything about this. Tell me about the program and how it started.
So earlier this year, we chose 2 winners who have experienced personal and professional makeovers. Women in the She is Fierce community and our Fresh Start winners get the chance to go through our foundational program, connect with an expert in areas they're struggling with, like entrepreneurial success, finances, style, or health. And I am so delighted to have She is Fierce mentor, Dr. Renee Wyden, who is a mental health and wellness expert at Flagler Health Plus with us here today. Thank you for coming.
We all need you. We all need you.
I make that argument all the time.
Literally, if I could carry around you every day with me, I'd be like probably a much happier person.
I try. I send her messages.
I think that's so cool, and I think it's so important to talk about mental health and taking care of yourself, especially as women. We forget.
Yes, absolutely. And that's what I find when I work with women, is that they're taking care of everybody else. They put that cape on, become superhuman, they do everything for everyone, but when it comes to self-care, I find that's where they put themselves on the back burner, and we get in trouble when we do that.
So, how do you put yourself first, and how do you make sure you're checking in?
Yes, well, first thing is that you really have to embrace the belief that self-care is a necessity, not a luxury. And a lot of women, what I find is when I ask that question, what do you do to take care of yourself? They engage in what I call wishful thinking. So I wish I had the time to go get a massage, or I wish I had the time to sit down and read a book or go out with friends. The problem with wishful thinking, though, it's fantasy. And so
I am guilty of it.
It's fantasy. And really, self-care needs to be a reality, especially for the busy woman, because if not, then ultimately it leads to burnout. And when you're burnt out, you're disengaged, and you're not being as efficient or effective as you really want to be. So that's why I say first, you have to look at it as a necessity, not a luxury.
I love that we're both sitting here like, yes.
Just nodding along.
Yes.
We're like, keep going, Renee. We love it.
Whatever. And that's so amazing because of the program. You get people like you who get to say that to us, and that's amazing. I'm assuming that's why you kind of started this. You really just wanted.
Well, and so with She is Fierce, women like Renee come into our community and really help the women who are members and members of our broader community in North Florida, but all over the world, to do things like actually focus on themselves, whether it's professional development or taking a moment and actually taking care of yourself.
Yes.
But with Fresh Start, you have actually been helping our winners, Karen and Kateria, with their mental health, because as you're building something, so Karen's building a nonprofit, Kateria is building a business that has a purpose in the community. And a lot of times I think in our community and with them in particular, we are so focused on our mission that we forget to actually care for ourselves, right?
Absolutely, yes. And so that's another thing I really recommend women doing, especially those that are starting businesses. So much focus is what needs to be done to build my empire. But, as you're doing these activities, in order to build, we forget to take care of self. So I often tell women, you have to look at self-care as an activity of daily living, just like brushing our teeth. So when I work with women, I will ask them that question, do you brush your teeth? And they always give me that very kind of offensive response, like, of course I brush my teeth. And then I ask them why. And again, there's confusion, but they, the typical answer, of course, I want, good oral health and my mouth to be clean and fresh, and so I do it on a daily basis. But when it comes to taking care of our emotional health and wellness, we don't see it as a hygiene practice, and it really needs to be. And if you look at it as a hygiene practice, then you need to engage in it as an activity of daily living, really making it a habit. So in the same way that we get uncomfortable if we happen to miss brushing our teeth for whatever reason, we're very aware of it. We might even distance ourselves from people a little bit because we're so uncomfortable. And so what I tell people all the time, especially women, is that when you're not taking care of your mental health and emotional wellness on a daily basis, it should feel uncomfortable to you.
So I'm keeping you with me every single day. If anybody wants to get involved with the program, any of our viewers at home, how can they do that?
So if they want to get involved with She Is Fierce, they can go to sheisfiercehq.com. They can find out about membership. They can follow this Fresh Start series, and they can do the same thing on newsforjax.com. And then, of course, if they want to actually be a winner, they can keep watching, because in the next month and a half, we're going to start to announce our next nomination period so that they can get this incredible experience in 2020.
This is amazing. Great. So I'm stealing them with me every single day. But again, next week we'll feature another fierce woman in our community. Be sure to tune in Wednesday at 8:40 right here on The Morning Show. This is some good stuff.